Hello there, friends. We are now going to be talking about systems of equations, and a system is made up of more than one part, so more than one equation, and they both have to be true, not just one of them. So instead of an ordered pair making one of the equations true, for it to be a solution to the system, it has to make both equations true. So in this case, I have 2, 8, and I want to know if it is a solution to this system of x plus y is 10 and 8x plus 19y is 17. So it's probably pretty obvious to you that if I plug in 2 plus 8, hey, I do get 10, so it works for the first part. The second part, though, let's see, 8 times 2 plus 19 times 8. Now, without doing all the math, I'm very doubtful that that's going to equal 17, just because 8 times 2 is 16, and 19 times 8 is certainly more than 1, right? So it would be too much. So then I'm going to click the answer that says no. Remember, for it to be a yes, they both must be true. So here, remember, when you look at an ordered pair, that it is always x and then y. So when it says 1, 10, this is x, this is y. So then 10... 3 times 1 plus 7. That's 3 plus 7. That does equal 10. So, hooray. That one's right. The other one, y is equal to x plus 9. So, 1 plus 9, 1 plus 9, that is 10. That does match the ordered pair. So, it works for both. So, I say yes. If it does not work for the first one, I don't need to try the second one. So it worked for both, so I say yes. So you could just grab your calculator, type in 2 times 9, that's 18. 20 times 1 is 20, that's not going to give me 19. So as soon as I find out that that first one is a no, it does not really matter to me if the second one is right or not. The whole thing is going to be a no. Oh, I thought I did. There we go. So when I jump a level, I'm probably just going to see more negative numbers. So I'm already up to 60 here. So this is 5. I'm doing 5 times negative 10 plus 7 times 9, and I want to see, is that going to be 13? Now there's a negative here, so surprisingly it may actually work out. Negative 50 and 63, aha, it does equal 13. So the first one works. Then I'm going to try the second one, and while here I'm erasing, I would just be clearing my calculator and trying again. So the second one, 15 times negative 10 minus 18 times 9, and I want to know, is that going to equal 6? Well, that's going to be a negative 150 minus, let's see, what is that? Negative 162, that is not going to be 6. So remember, your calculator may tell you what it's going to be, what it is, but you just need to know if it's what this says is true or not. And so in this case, that second one is not true. It is not a solution. All right, so in class today, I'm going to go over this and the next lesson that are the new lessons for Unit 3. But then I want you to take your test If you prefer to take your test first, it does not matter to me, but I want to be sure that I don't want people to feel rushed to get the test finished in time for me to teach. And so I will teach first, and obviously I'm making this recording so people will have a choice. All right, so U2 is the other one for today. And if I were a student, I would probably do these lessons after, just because I don't like things mucking up my mind before the test. And so I personally would probably choose to do my test and then watch the video. That's my choice. But everyone's different. All right, so here, when you're doing this should seem kind of familiar. I'm going to make this smaller so we can see everything. But it should seem kind of familiar as when we graphed before. It's also a good graphing review if you haven't taken your test yet. So -3, that's my y-intercept, up 2 and over 1. Now, before you do the second line, you have to click that second box. Otherwise, it's just going to change your first line, and it's frustrating. So now you're going to go to 5 and down 2 and over 1. And so graph, tell me where they cross. So we made both graphs. We graphed both lines on the same coordinate plane, and now we're going to see where they cross. So they cross at 2, 1. Please don't forget when you give the solution that the first number is the x and the second number is the y, and that my x is the horizontal distance for that point, and the y is the vertical. Okay, so in the ordered pair, it's x and then y. If you want to check, you could do what you did in the last lesson and plug the numbers in. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 minus 3 is 1. -2 times 2 is -4. Plus 5 is also 1. So you can check your solution as if you were doing a problem back in U1. If when you graph, it does not cross at a nice perfect corner, then something has gone wrong. So here, start at -2, up 1 over 1. Get my other line, start at 1, up 2, over 1. And then I see they're crossing down here in that third quadrant at -3 for the x and -5 for the y. And then again, if I want to check that, what I would do to check is I would be doing, is -5 equal to -3 minus 2? That checks out. And then is -5 equal to 2 times -3 plus 1? -6 plus 1 is also -5. It checks. So that could be something quick on your calculator or in your head, but you do have a way to check besides just looking at your graph again. So the first ones, they're both going to be in slope-intercept form. Graph, tell me where they cross. Looks like here we just have some negative slope, same thing though. Okay, so I guess I need to show you one of these. So here I'm starting at 2, and then remember -x is -1, so we're going to go down 1 and right 1. And if it was just x, I'd go up 1 and right 1. Then get my green line, -2, down 2, and over 1. And then where do they cross? That's my solution. They cross at -4, 6. So here we have some fraction slopes. Remember, fractions, as the slope is not hard, the top number tells you up or down, bottom number tells you how far to go to the right. Excel is always going to have enough space that you can go the direction you want. So start at 3, up 7, and over 3. get my different line, in this case my orange line, start at -5, so starting at that B, use my slope, move with B, down 1 and over 3. And then we have to tell where it crosses, so it's crossing at -3 for my X and -4 for the Y. Alright, so my iPad timed out, so I'm not sure what got cut off or didn't get cut off. So I'll do one more question just in case. So this one I would start at -1 because I see 1/3 X minus 1 and go up 1 and over 3. Don't forget to change colors with your line. Start at 1, up 2 and over 3. And then I see it's crossing back here at -6. Remember the X goes first, so -6 and -3. All right, very well then. Thank you.